My friend, Psalm 23 is not just a psalm to be quoted. It is a living reality for anyone who believes. God is your shepherd. There was once a young man named Daniel who grew up in a small village surrounded by hills and open fields. Life in the village was not always easy. His family often struggled to make ends meet, and Daniel carried the heavy burden of wondering what his future would look like. Every night, he would go out to the fields and sit under the stars, thinking about his life and whispering quiet prayers to God. One evening, after a particularly difficult day, Daniel sat on a rock overlooking the sheep grazing in the distance. His heart was heavy, and he felt as though no one really understood the weight he carried. Then he remembered the words his grandmother had once recited to him as a child. "The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want." At that moment, as he watched the shepherd guide the flock gently with his staff, he realized what those words truly meant. Just as the sheep were never left alone in the field, he was not left alone in life. He thought about the shepherd making sure the sheep had green pastures to feed on and still waters to drink from. And Daniel remembered how God had always provided for his family, even when times were tough. He whispered, "He makes me lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside still waters." Suddenly, he felt peace wash over him like the cool evening breeze. Years later, Daniel left the village and faced challenges in the city, new temptations, setbacks, and disappointments. But whenever he felt discouraged, he remembered that night in the fields. He remembered the shepherd and the sheep, and he held on to the truth that God was leading him, protecting him, and preparing a table before him even in the presence of his enemies. Daniel's life slowly turned around. Opportunities came, doors opened, and he saw the goodness of God unfold step by step. Looking back, he realized that the promise of Psalm 23 had been his story all along. Surely goodness and mercy had followed him, even in the hardest seasons, and he was confident that he would dwell in the house of the Lord forever. My friend, Psalm 23 is not just a psalm to be quoted. It is a living reality for anyone who believes. God is your shepherd. He knows your needs. He knows your battles, and he is walking beside you. You may not see the path clearly, but the shepherd does. Trust him